Hey, hi, welcome. Well, if you don't know me, my name is Alinka Tercic and I'm running a site called Dream Life Creation. So this is all about creating your dream life, making small steps, little changes, and living each day as it comes. And today I want to talk about the why behind what you're doing. Because I'm sure you often heard, don't follow your money, follow your passion. Because if you follow your passion, the money will come. And yes, I agree that's true, but there are also a lot of instances where money is not in the equation at all. So giving yourself and giving your why and what's in there for you is the most important driving force. Hello. It's the most important driving force behind everything that you do. And if you have a big enough why, then you will make your decisions easier. Your actions will be not easier, but you will know why you're doing them, and you will know, what's the reward behind them. And having that big why is often overwhelming for the people. They see the big why as a big purpose in their life, something that they need to. Hey, hi, I'm in Slovenia. You know where Slovenia is? It's in Europe, next to Italy and Austria. Oh, cool. So back to your why. Do you have your why? Do you know what your why is? What is the the driving force behind your life, let's say? Well, nevertheless, even if you're to live, that's your why. Without a lie, oh, that's a good one. Sure. Yeah, and even if we are not sure, we have something that motivates us. We have something that's behind. And as I said, it's not just what we will do for others, like the life purpose is to, solve the world hunger, or we have now the refugees and, the wars and everything. It could be as small as, helping, and justice for all. But those are really the big issues that one person cannot really, you can influence them, but you cannot make it as your why behind your actions. Because of course you can help one person, you can help a group, or you can help a nation, but you cannot help everyone. And accepting that that's enough is a great way to go forward and not being overwhelmed by a why. Yeah, of course, you are the one by yourself. And that's what I'm saying. It is important that we are not so focused what we will do for others, but we will need to do what's good for us, what we feel it's the right thing for us, what we feel that we will get. You're a teacher? Oh, cool. So you have a big influence on our future. Well, I respect all the teachers and I know that they are doing their best, but I'm not quite sure about the system they are in, so it's really up to everyone, to be resourceful and, to do everything they can with what they have, and often that's not enough. So anyway, having that big why is actually the post sign, or you can say the lighthouse that you're going towards. But you can also have a smaller whys, like a short-term why. Because maybe, yeah, you're right. And you sure have to have a big heart, to deal with all those kids. And yeah, I agree, you can do so much. But again, what is it there for you? Why you're doing it? What's your big mission behind it? I'm sure you have, I want to raise better kids, next generations. I want to pass on my knowledge, and yeah, you love to teach. But what about your personal life? Do you have your why in your personal life, or is it all connected with your teaching? And why I'm saying this is because when you have your why, you have your info lover. That means you're learning all the time, right? Yeah, I am too. And it's so much information out there and so much interesting stuff that you get lost if you don't have that why. And those are really great points you're saying. What's your name? Because you have this Mia? Is that correct? Oh, cool. I'm Alenka, and if you didn't catch before. So with this, like you said, we are so bombarded with yeah, nice to meet you too. We are so bombarded with so many information that we get lost in our way. Everyone is telling me, do this, do that. 5 ways to lose weight, 5 ways to earn 1 million, 5, earn I don't know what in 30 days. And we got so sucked up with that, all that information that we forget why are we doing it, and we are focusing on what we are doing. Because everyone is telling me, do this, do that, have this, have that app, use this software. I agree. We have the ability, but again, if you don't know where you're going, and if you don't know what you want, you're just being bombarded all the time. And if you have that why, you have that focus that keeps you on the track, and you lose and you ignore all the things that are not bringing you towards your why. You have your own castle? Oh, really? Like a building, or castle in the in the clouds, or what do you mean by castle? Oh, in your mind. Cool. So you're using this castle as a like visualization technique, or for meditations, or for something that you escape to? Oh, you protect yourself. Oh, that's cool. And can I ask, where are you from? Oh, you're from Turkey. Yeah, that's why you must know where Slovenia is. And yeah, a castle is a great, especially I think in our countries, like in European countries and Turkey, of course, we had this. Yeah, we don't have castles as something that it's overindulgent or something like luxury. But yeah, we often see castles as a protecting, like a fortress. We have lots of these castles around, and yeah, some of them are beautiful. Like in France, there are castles that really shows off the luxury and money and everything. But a lot of castles were just the military forces, and yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I understand, but I'm talking about the image that we have in our minds. And this is something that helps you see, and that was my we are rushing here things, but this is something that I'm going to have this vision of your why. You have castle for protection, but you can also have castle as an image or picture of something that you want to achieve. You can have castle or something else for as a symbol for protection, for being your own authority, for, you know, giving the best you can to your kids or to your family or whatever you're doing. And the best way to keep your why always in front of you is to have a vision board. And I'm sure many of you heard about vision boards, and there are a lot of examples of vision boards. Yeah, I totally agree. We have to share everything they have. I'm a big fan of paying it forward. I actually run paid forward group here in Slovenia. So yeah, I agree with you. We have to help, we have to share, we have to give whatever we have. But again, we cannot forget about ourselves. We are told that, you know, we need to have someone in need, but without helping ourselves first and seeing why we are doing it and how we are doing it and filling our own buckets first, we cannot help others. And this is a whole culture of, you know, putting everyone else in front of you and taking care of and, you know, giving all you have. We are teaching kids to share and, you know, but we have to learn to really be our own authority, you know, to protect ourselves from all kinds of information and advices. And I'm sure they are well meant, but not everything is for everyone. So we have to filter those. Yeah, sure. And we have to filter those informations that we gather, you know, to really put us forward towards what we want. And I also, you know, some time ago I ran this game. It was from Abraham Hicks' book. It was called The Money Game, and every 2 days or every day or however you put it, you receive like an imaginary money, but every day you receive more. So I've got people, you know, after some time asking me, okay, I will give all my money away. I will give it for charity. I will build schools in Africa, which is absolutely beautiful. And I really give everything that I can, but this is just an excuse to stay where you are, you know, to not move forward, because those people didn't really think what they want. And they were thinking, yeah, well, I got this money and I'm not good enough. I will just be good enough if I have, you know, give it to someone, or if I share it, if I give it away, if I have someone else. No. Do it after you help yourself first. And again, this is why you're doing something so important. So you're not distracted, you're not going in all directions, you're focused on your why. And you can have your big why. Is Mio here? Oh, sorry, I don't know if you're a male or a female, but teachers really give all their hearts to their students. If you're rich, you won't give the others? Well, on the contrary, I think that a lot of rich people give a lot of money and a lot of their time and resources to others. I met amazing people, you know, giving and sharing and, you know, not being obsessed. And that's also one of the misconceptions, that rich people are greedy, that rich people are dirty, rich people are this, rich people are that. And it's just a limiting belief. They're not giving enough. Well, another thing that I also believe is it is enough for everybody. And it's on ourselves to claim it and to attract it and to create it. But the biggest problem that I see is not knowing what we really want. And yeah, we are selfish, But again, it's not selfish to take care of yourself first. It's not selfish to look after yourself and then after another. It's not selfish to indulge in something if you have the resources to do so. If it makes your heart sink, do it. If two persons left in the unit, they can share. Okay, I don't understand this, but I'm sure you will. So, again, having why as a bigger picture is important because it guides you towards where you want to be. And having why is, it can be a bigger thing, like bigger than you know, or like really changing lives of someone, but it can also be something that means something just for you. The power of individuality and selfishness. Yeah, well, that's a fine line when you're selfish and when you are. We are alone? No, I don't think so. I think that we are all very well connected, and we even if we don't know or we are not aware of it, we influence others. Yeah, we try to find our own way. But that's not selfish. That's just, the way we want it to be, the way we learn, the way we do things. And that's the best part about having your why. I misunderstand? Okay, sorry. Yeah, maybe I don't. But I'm trying here to talk about our why, and it is important that we have our own why, and we have our own, what we feel in our hearts. And for that reason, I strongly believe that we are talking about the same. Yes, probably, but from different perspectives. I agree. So having why always in front of you, the vision boards are the best thing. And the vision board is when I read the resources or I see it on the internet, it looks so easy, and it looks like, oh, you just cut pictures out and you put it together and you're done, which is far from the truth. But again, I strongly believe that vision board is one of the best methods or techniques or tools or whatever you call it to have your why always in front of you and to go to it whenever you feel down, whenever you're in doubt, whenever you don't know where to turn, whenever someone offers you a well-meant advice but you just don't feel it. And you can always check in with your vision board and see if that's in line and according with your vision and where you're going, or it is just their perspective and their point of view and the way they are doing things. And could be that it worked for them, could be that they made a fortune or they made a big change in their lives, but they are on a different path. So yeah, we have to find our own way. We have to find our own why we are doing what we want in our lives and follow that. And yeah, often be selfish, although I don't like to use the word selfish because it has like a negative meaning. But it's only, I prefer word focus. We focus on ourselves. So giving the other information a chance to listen, to read, to see it, but evaluating it and see if it's aligned with our vision and with our why. And I said it before, you can have one big why, something that you want to happen in your life or something that you want to be. Who's asking the question why to him or herself? Not much people. Well, yeah, I agree. And that's why I'm doing this, because it is the most important question you can ask yourself. What do you want and why do you want it? Those are the two most important questions in anyone's life. Because what you want, they're just, yeah, I agree with you. Most people are just living. They're not, thinking about their own wishes, their own future, their own capabilities. And I see, you're a teacher, and I'm sure you see a lot of students who could do better, who could be better, who could be, but they are just satisfied with being, let's say, normal, or, something in the middle. They don't see the sun. Yeah, I agree with you. So that's why it's so important to have that why you're doing it. Because if you just say, I want a new car, I want, to have $1 million business, I want to have something, yeah, it is just a thing that will not bring us, let's say, happiness or pride or something else that we are really looking after. And for me, my why, personally, my big why is to travel the world and have the time to do it and have the money to do it. Or resources or whatever it comes, but I really want to meet other people, explore different countries, taste the food, see how others are living. And this is my big why. And, everything I do with my life is connected to that. I'm building the business that I can do. Yeah, I would love to come to Turkey one day. I've been actually once. Yeah, so my business, I'm setting it up in a way that it will, be able to survive without me, or I could work from wherever I want, around the world. I'm actually teaching my kids to be independent, to love other countries, to love the travels. And with that, I have the smaller why, which is not smaller in the meaning, but more, let's say, immediate, is to earn and get the business so far that I can afford that, and I can afford for my husband to leave his job, because that's a biggest obstacle right now for us. So yeah, you can have a different whys, but they're like a puzzle, that fit together in your bigger why. And as I said, a vision board is a perfect representation of your vision and your why. And if you're always focused on that, and if you connect with your vision board and you see what you really want to accomplish, and you see that, all the troubles and struggle and everything that comes your way is just a stepping stone, and you're saying to yourself, oh, I will, this is the stepping stone. Once I get there, it will be better. I will reach my dreams. I will reach my why and my vision. So I suggest you to do some dreaming, to do some visioning, to imagine your best life possible, whatever it means for you. And oftentimes it's just the next step. And as I said before, I'm all about making those small changes, little steps. So what could be the next step that you can do right now? And it could be just a change of scenery, change of attitude, change of, maybe you go to your job or your work on a different route. Maybe you want, better health, so you don't drive a car, but you go by bicycle or something like that. Really simple steps that you make every day to go forward and to be closer to your dreams. Yeah, well, that's what I had to say for today. I will be posting more, talking more. You're using bicycle? Cool. Yeah, I prefer to go I prefer to go walking everywhere I go. I don't like bicycles because I'm scared of the traffic. But it's okay. Everyone can do something. You know, just the other day over the weekend, I was thinking, oh, how could I go to the sea and have some sun and, you know, enjoy the water? And I couldn't go. So we went to another place, and it was by the lake. So I had the sun, I had the water, I had almost everything. It was not sea, but it was, you know, not salt water, but lake. But still, I got that feeling, I got that sun, I got that, you know, peace and water, because I love water. So yeah, do whatever you can with where you are, and over the time your why will evolve. You don't have to have why that seems so unreachable and so out of your world that you will be we try to share what we talked about in our whole life. I know I went you will. Sure, of course, I love sharing, and I'm sure as you as a teacher you love sharing, and we all love sharing our stories. And if our story can inspire someone to do something with their life, to think about, oh, what am I doing? What I really want from this life? And that's my mission accomplished. So I have a homework for you, and it's to think about your big why, and as a big, I mean your next step. If you can think of big why in something that you want to accomplish in next 2, 3, 5 years, great. If you can't think of something like that, think of goals and intentions that you have for next month, next year. Those are all evolving things. You don't have one why or one purpose in life like forever. And you don't, when you're young, you have different priorities, you have different things in your life. So your why can be different, but then you grow and it evolves. So it's okay if you have your why, you know, but I prefer to have that big why that is for my life in next, let's say 3, 5 years. And then follow those smaller whys to get me there, but still feeling accomplished that I can do them. It's not too big. It's not too big of a step. You're a bit lazy? Well, we are all a bit lazy. That's another reason that, you know, having that why is good for you, because it really pushes you forward. It gives you that satisfaction that you're doing something bigger than yourself, that you're doing something that will change your life for the better, for something that you really want. And yeah, we all get lazy, but again, it's just a way of our not knowing what to do, not knowing where we are going. Usually we are not lazy just because we feel like it's lazy, and if we are, you know, it could be the day or two. And if you are lazy like that, just enjoy it. But if you're lazy every day and if you don't know where you're going, we tend to procrastinate. It's more of a way to really finding that passion and finding that why and what will drive us forward, that we are not really pushing it aside and leaving as it is. So yeah, and procrastination is a big problem for many of us, me included, I admit it. But it is, I personally tend to procrastinate when I don't know and I'm not sure where I'm going, what to do next. And then you go to Facebook and you see all those successful stories and all those people sharing their successes and, you know, tips and info. We talked about it before. And I'm pulled everywhere, you know, and I don't know, oh, should I listen to this? Should I listen to that? And then when you start listening to something, it feels like, oh, there's so much work. I don't know what to do. If it will work for me. and then I just shut down, and you know, that's the sure way that I don't do anything. So I really learned to listen to myself, and having that big why and vision board with pictures how I want to live in a few years really helps me to evaluate, you know, is this information valid for me? Is it good for me? Will it bring me closer to my dreams or not? And does it feel good for me? Because I know there are a lot of ways to your goal or your destination. And you can take many of them, and all of those ideas and advices are really well meant, and I'm sure it works for someone, but if it doesn't feel good for you, then you will not do it. So those are actually my questions. Will it bring me forward? Will it help me? And will it be aligned with my vision? And will it be aligned with my way of doing things? With how do I feel about it? You know, I hate the word hustle. I just hate it. Because for me, you know, we give meanings to the words. And that's what we also talked about before with the, oh, sure, have a great time, bye. We actually give meanings to the words. And for me, word hustle is actually really negative, and for me it means work no matter what. Just work, something will come out of it. And it's just not the way that I think and I do things. I prefer to have a plan and to, you know, to think things through and then to move forward, you know. And if that's not how, you know, others are suggesting, that I won't do it. So back to your homework. Think about your why. If you need, go, you know, do some meditation, do something to imagine your dream life, your perfect life, your perfect day. How would you live? How would you behave? Who would you be with? How would you act? Think about those things and find find that perfect spot that will really move you forward. Okay, so keep on dreaming, do whatever you can with what you have. Nice talking to you, and talk to you tomorrow. Bye.